Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here's Bortles to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To throw on second down is Romo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, Romo is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now it's Morris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point try by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brian Walters there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Back now in Arlington. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. To the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And he's got Walters. Big catch. 17 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got it at the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And quickly, they get to the line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Walters, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get a score closer. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Over. Watch twist. Watch twist. Under. Orange 80. Kill.
Here's Romo now on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it'll be a third and about 13.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Under. 180. 51, Mike. 51.
Third and long here. It's Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Under. 75. Check 26. Check 26. Hey. Back. 180. Watch twist.
The Cowboys going for it on fourth. It's Romo. He's going to let this one go deep. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Bortles. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bortles going to throw. It's caught right side. It turns. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing is Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. Bortles to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. This is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes. Look at your timeouts. Make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And there's a flag on the play. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point try. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 1.
And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. They'll pitch it out to Elliott, and he'll lose yard. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. On third down, Elliott shreds the tackle. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
To throw. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been